I think that is like yes.
So we need to put something on.
No, I have microphones here. Like
Okay.
that side. I only pressed YouTube for now. Let me check. Oh, perfect. Here it goes.
What's up, dude?
Hey, Craig, what's up?
Let me see how we.
What's happening?
Oh, perfect. Here.
Got this Northern Virginia coloring.
Yeah, a little bit. But okay. Now we're gonna go live. TikTok. I have TikTok on my iPad.
Nice little setup. Look at that.
Okay.
This is different.
What?
That.
The light?
Yeah, that. Did we use that last time?
Wait, is it too bright?
Yeah, no, I just didn't know that we used it.
Yeah, we did. Okay.
Okay.
Let me make sure everything works on TikTok as well.
Are we live?
Yes.
How's the lighting for me? Do I need to adjust the sun levels?
Wait, Craig, hold on. No, I can see you good on YouTube. Okay. Hello. We already got somebody join
Hey,
on
guys.
TikTok. Hello, Jonas and Coin Quest. Thank you for joining. So today, Collector's Channel. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to Collector's Channel. Today we're doing something new. We are streaming on YouTube as well, and on YouTube we got a chance to get Craig to join us. So if you guys want to see Craig, you're not gonna see him on TikTok. It's just us. Um, but if you want to see Craig as well, William is right here. Craig on YouTube. Join on YouTube, but you will be able to hear our conversation. Yeah, so that's something new we're trying today. Again, the Halloween sale started yesterday, live 15 for your 15% discount. It's going to be live until October 31st. Make sure you get a chance to.
Store-wide sale, 15% off, guys. So
Yes.
pretty awesome
Perfect.
for Halloween.
Let me see. Okay, there's going to be live chat on YouTube. Did you guys tell your customers to join today?
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Send some messages to people so that they could join. Definitely.
Okay,
I
perfect.
told a few folks to.
You did? Cool. I think I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
to put the AC on. It's so hot. Hello. Thank you for joining, guys, on TikTok. Okay, today our topic is agro checks, but we're gonna talk about how to spot fake banknotes. I got some fake notes from Bex. By the way, if you haven't seen yet on YouTube, we posted a new video that Bex made about the fake Zimbabwean agro check.
Yep.
So today we want to go over that and make sure you're not getting scammed. Make sure that we educate you guys on how to spot fake notes by yourself.
Yeah, mostly I'll be talking about the agro checks today, guys. But we can talk about different ones. But the video that Veronica is talking about, we did just post up on YouTube. A pretty detailed, 10-minute video about the agro and the counterfeits that we see that come from kind of two different locations. One's in Zimbabwe, one's in China.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Craig can hear me. Does he want to chime in about that?
No, I can hear you just fine. And
Okay.
yeah, the agro checks they're pretty rampant with the fakes right now. And I know if we're getting them, the rest of anybody else who sells them, they're going to be exposed to them soon. So, it's one of those things that I'd pay attention to this video because
Yeah.
we're going to go step by step, feature by feature, and show you exactly what to look for.
I mean, there's quite a few points of interest that you can look at for the note. I think we're going to focus on the 100 billion agro today, but there's obviously different agro checks that have been issued from Zimbabwe. We've got a bunch of them here. Do you need to talk about the giveaway before we get
yes.
into that?
So
Okay.
for those who just tuned in, I see that you still guys tuning in. Thank you first of all for joining. Happy Friday, Collector's Channel here from Banknote World. I got a question. Who is that right here with me? It's William, Vice President of Sales at Banknote World. Also, we got Craig on YouTube joining. our live stream on YouTube. On TikTok, you wouldn't be able to see him, but you guys let me know, by the way, if you hear him well. So we're going to be talking about the fake agro checks that recently we ran into. But the giveaways today, it's as you can see, 3 giveaways. It's 25, 50, and $100 billion
those are cool.
agro check. Yeah, these are tagged. So again, they're going to be registered under your name. That's the coolest thing, I think, because when you scan the QR code, it will transfer you to Banknote's website, and it's gonna show you the same exact note that you're holding in your hands, and it's gonna tell that it's registered under your name. So for these giveaways, we're gonna be asking 3 questions throughout the live stream, and if you happen to be the first one to give the right answer, we'll reach out to you afterwards. And we're also doing giveaway on YouTube as well. So if you're watching on TikTok or you're watching YouTube, make sure you're the first one to drop the right answer in the comments. And in the back, we have our moderator moderating the both chats. We're going to be reaching out to the winners afterwards.
You guys could also let us know if you prefer YouTube over TikTok.
Yes.
Give us some feedback on this because, obviously we've been doing on TikTok for a while. We are trying YouTube today for the first time. We think that there's maybe a bigger audience there on YouTube. So if you're trying to watch it through YouTube, give us some feedback how it works, if you like it better, if it's easier for you to access. I think with TikTok, you need to have an account to log in, whereas YouTube, you don't. So there's some things that are different about it.
Sure. Okay. You know what? Let me ask the first question for the giveaway, and
Let's
then
do
we
it.
start off showing you the features that you have to look out for not to get scammed. Okay, the first question for the giveaway. As you guys noticed, and for the 4th week of Collector's Channel, we're giving out tap banknotes. Please be the first one to type in the comments, what does TAP stand for? If you happen to be the first one, Craig. Amazing. If you're the first one to give the right answer, what does TAP stand for? You'll get to win this 25 billion agro check note tapped. Be the first.
Are these uncirculated? Circulated.
No, those are
circulated.
circulated, meaning that they have been in circulation in use, but they're finest condition. They're not damaged. They're checked for every security feature that the real note has to have. Okay.
And I think the circulated ones are kind of more popular than the uncirculated.
That's what
actually,
I was gonna say. Also, I actually heard you watching the video that Bex just made, and at the end, he's showing the damaged and used notes and mentioning that as well. The damaged notes and circulated notes, they're on the market. They're more popular because they've been through.
I think it kind of, in some instances, a circulated note, it gives a lot more confidence that it's real. Of course, now there's some pretty great counterfeits, which we'll go over, different things that they're doing with it. But yeah, I do think that we sell more of the circulated ones to our collectors. And as Veronica pointed out, I was listening to the video right beforehand. And we're going to just kind of go over a lot of the points that are made in that video. Please go check out the video on YouTube that we posted. You can share that as much as you'd like. And it really is a great resource and help you give you peace of mind that you know what you're getting is real.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay, so let's. We've got something coming in here. It looks like Happy Halloween. We should write Happy Halloween from Banknote World on it, or carve out Banknote World in there.
No, you got to get a scary cat on there.
Yeah.
Where should I put it? Okay, I'll make sure I have it for my next live.
It's too bad you can't have it here. You can put it on the corner. Yeah, you can't really. We don't really have room for it.
Yeah, it's heavy and big.
I kind of like to use notes better myself. There's a little bit of history to those. I like to use notes myself. There's a little bit of history to those used notes. The dirt, the grime. It's all kind of just nice.
Yeah, although as we'll see as we go through this, there are some tricks that the counterfeits have to them that will kind of you need to know the difference for. So should we just go ahead and get into this?
Yeah, let me just first we got some comments on TikTok. Okay. The question again for the first giveaway was, what does TAP stand for? TAP. That's our program, the Banking World.
TAP is trust, authenticate, and protect. It's a way for you to have assurance that the note you're getting is real, that the note is has gone through different verification processes through here at Banknote World to give you a note that you get peace of mind. But also, it's a great way to give somebody a gift. You can hold it, you can touch the note.
Yeah.
You're not worried about the condition of it because it's protected in this plastic holder.
Correct.
And that serial number is sold to your name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the serial number will be linked to you. So if you scan the QR code, your name is going to come up next to that serial number.
Perfect. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and show some security features that we have to pay attention to.
So, as you guys know with the agro, or some of you may not know, there's a variety of different agro checks. Craig, please chime in whenever you want to add something to this. I'm staring at the agro checks. You know, we have there's a 5 agro check, there's a 5 billion agro check, there's a 50 billion agro check, there's a 100 billion agro check.
Don't forget the 25.
The 25 billion agro check. I mean, so different collectors like different ones. By far, the most popular ones we sell are the 50s and the 100s. We do sell some 25s as well, and we do sell 5s as well. I know people are price conscious, so you can go on our website and see the different pricing for all of that. But as the value of these has kind of continued to creep up, counterfeits have come around. So we're going to focus on the counterfeits for the agro, 100 agro. And the first thing that we want to talk about, which is also mentioned in the video, is the feel of the actual banknotes. Okay. Whoops. So Veronica, if you want to hold, this is a Chinese one.
Show, but guys, whoever says that the connection is bad, it might be from your end, but everyone else who's watching, please let us know if you can hear and see us well. Maybe it's our end problems. We'll try to fix it.
Did you pull out a real one?
The real one we have over here.
The feel of the fake one from Zimbabwe, that was extremely
you can feel this and this, and talk about as you show the 3 of them.
Bad. Is it
the connection is
yeah
bad.
the video connection, or the voice cuts off? Let us know.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing we want to talk about is just the feel of the banknote. You obviously can't feel it here as Veronica shows it on the video, but the actual feel of the notes is very different. So on the real note, it has more of that typical banknote kind of feel to it. If you pull out a $1 bill or a $10 bill out of your wallet and you feel it, it feels like a currency. Whereas the fake note from from Zimbabwe, go ahead and show that one there. It's a kind of like a smoother texture. The note feels like it's printed on a kind of like a glossy piece of paper. It's a little bit more firm, and it just feels. I keep wanting to say slimy, but it's not slimy as much as it's just a smoother texture type paper. So the actual feel of that note is very different. That's the one she's showing you right there. That one is coming from Zimbabwe. And then the other one right there, that one's from China. And that one, although it has a lot of other things that are missing, we'll talk about, that one feels a little bit more like a kind of like a real note. So, there's different things, different counterfeits of these notes. The one Veronica's holding right now, that one actually comes from China. And that one, like I said, feels a little similar to the real note. So the fake Zimbabwe one, the texture of the paper is a lot different. So that's one thing that you can tell that's different. While you're there, Veronica, let's talk about color differences. Those 3 notes, she's holding them up for you right now.
It's hard to.
It's kind of hard to hold all 3.
No. There's 2 cameras. That's why,
you
it's
could
harder.
Just do it right here. To be honest, I think they can see it.
Okay. Let me
So
go
the second big difference, guys, between the fake and the real, there's a fake one from China, there's a fake one from Zimbabwe, and then there's the real one from Zimbabwe. The second big difference is the color of the notes, the color differences. So take a look at what Veronica's holding up right there. Let me see if I can see on the TikTok. Oh yeah, you can see it for sure. So she's holding up, the real one is right here. in the middle. This is a fake one. As you can see, the fake one looks a lot more, the blue kind of encapsulates the whole note. This is the real one where there's definitely distinct periods of white. And then this is the fake China one, which is honestly a pretty close color wise to the real one. But even that one is a little maybe too much white versus the real one, which is kind of like an off white a little bit. So I hopefully you can kind of tell there in the picture there. So biggest thing to notice is the fake from Zimbabwe. Definitely like a yellow blue. That should be a big warning sign.
The
Craig,
fake from
anything you want to try
Zimbabwe,
in?
yeah, the fake from Zimbabwe is printed to show wear on the note. It's printed to show staining, printed to show dirt. So it's just completely unnatural versus what's, you know, how the paper would react to actual staining and dirt and stuff like that. Oh, when
Yeah.
you pick up the used and or damaged notes that we sell. So Zimbabwe was just trying to fake oldness and wear and dirt and grime.
One thing that was mentioned on the video that we made on our YouTube channel from Banknote World is that it kind of almost looks like they deliberately poured some tea on it or something to give it this weird coloring that's like, you know, yellowish blue color. It looks like they deliberately made it try to look older and used. So look out for that. The next one, let's talk about the line work, print quality. That's the other thing that you'll see in the video. On the fake one, I'm holding the fake one right now from China, and Veronica's holding the fake one from Zimbabwe. The line work is not as precise. On a real one, the line work, when you use a magnifying glass, it's going to be very fine, very precise line work. I'm just looking at this fake one from China, and I even see, like, I can kind of see some blurring in the one, right? In the one versus on the real one, there isn't that isn't present because on the real one, the print quality from the central bank of Zimbabwe is a lot more defined. It's a lot more, as I said, precise. So it does take just like a magnifying glass, and I'm sure Craig has experience doing this as well. Just pull out a magnifying glass, look at the one in the 100, and you'll see it's very crisp on the real one, and it's very uncrisp on the fake ones. Craig, anything you want to add to that?
No, you covered that perfect.
Okay, great. So that's the line work print quality. The next topic we want to talk about, and this one is so obvious. I like this one a lot. Do you want to take one of these? Take. Well, let's use a real one. This is go ahead.
Saying
It's the
hello
vertical.
to you, Lisa. You know her?
Oh yeah. Hi, Lisa. Okay.
One of your customers.
Yep. So the next one is a super egregious one. It's so blatantly obvious, and you can't miss this one. So what Veronica's showing you is the three differences there. The middle one she's got is the real one. Take a look, guys, at the text. On the top one is from China. It says 100 billion. The middle one, which is real, says $100 billion. The bottom one shows $100 billion as well, but we'll get to that. So for sure, the China one is missing dollars in the wording there. It's the top one and the middle one. You can see the difference there. Maybe just show those two, Veronica. The top one and the middle one, yeah. So for sure, if you look at this, and you're going to see on the fake one, it's missing the word dollars. Oops, you got the two.
Yeah, I got two fake ones.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, let me do this.
There we go. Okay. Okay, so then right now she's got the fake one from China and the real one from Zimbabwe on the bottom. It's missing the dollars, and also take a look at the fake from China. Right underneath the fake from China, it's missing all the text. It doesn't have the text that says it's good through the certain date, the expiration date of the Zimbabwe dollar, and it also see that blank space there. It's completely empty where it says on or before the 31st of December 2008. from the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. Totally absent on the Chinese version of the note. Completely absent. So look for a banknote that says missing dollars, and look for that missing part, and you'll know it's real or fake. Could you show it again?
Hey, key in on the serial number there too.
So we're going to talk about that. That's one of the other ones, Craig, we're going to talk about, which is if you look at the serial number by Veronica's thumb, look at the font. The font is totally different. So the font on the fake looks like it's Arial maybe font. I'm not sure exactly what font that is, but it's for sure different and smaller, more truncated than the font from Zimbabwe. The font from Zimbabwe kind of takes up that whole area, that whole space, and the font from China is kind of more smushed. But another key difference, Veronica, if you could move your thumb, take a look at the vertical text. The vertical text on the Chinese note, it's totally missing. It's completely missing on the Chinese text versus the real Zimbabwe one. Kind of scoot it over. Maybe hold them vertical, Veronica, if you can.
Well, that's because you're looking at TikTok camera, but YouTube camera is fine, so I have to kind of manipulate.
So you can see on the side, the vertical text, it says Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. Completely missing on the Chinese note. So some pretty key differences on the Chinese note versus the Zimbabwe note in terms of what's real. There we go. Versus what's missing. The paper quality on China is better. The paper quality, but the note itself, they didn't take the time to do it to put the actual correct fonts and the correct text on there. Big differences on those two, and we talk about this in the video. Craig, is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I was just wondering, does the Chinese fake have sequential serial numbers as well? Are they able to change their serial numbers? Because the Zimbabwe's couldn't.
Yeah, that's correct. We'll get to the serial number differences there. That's correct. So what Craig is saying, there are different serial numbers for China, whereas for Zimbabwe, they kept the serial number exactly the same. Here we go, Veronica. You want to show the serial number?
I also want to go ahead and reply to some of the comments there, but what did you want to show?
I was just going to show what Craig was talking about. Yeah, so we take a look at the serial numbers. For Zimbabwe, the fake Zimbabwe, where the paper quality is kind of obviously fake, they also just mass produce the same serial numbers on these. So yep. I think one thing that's kind of interesting about all these counterfeits, and it makes me appreciate the real ones so much more when you can see the fakes and the attention to detail that these people have gone into to create a fake banknote. I really have a greater love for the real version of the note. But it's also interesting to point out that each one of the fakes, the one from China, the one from Zimbabwe, those fakes, they each have certain things that were done correctly and each have certain things that were done incorrectly. So at the moment, at least, it's easy to tell the difference. But if you combine the two and you took the best counterfeit thing from China, best counterfeit thing from Zimbabwe, you could make a really, really good fake. And so it may get to that point.
Sure. Okay, guys. I was seeing all the questions that you were leaving for us in the comments on TikTok and on YouTube. By the way, if you're watching YouTube, you're welcome to leave us any comments in the chat section. We're also monitoring that part as well. If you have any questions to ask Craig or William, go ahead. Let me go for the comments on the TikTok. Okay, I'm gonna go from the bottom up to the top. Guys, how many banknotes do you have, and from what countries? So we do have a very, very big collection of different collectible banknotes, over 15,000 different banknotes and coins. We sell coins as well. So yeah, we have different countries. Do you want to name the ones that are best sellers?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we can sell the banknote, it's a real authentic banknote. If we can sell it legally, we do as a collector.
Yes.
So there's some countries that have sanctions. We don't sell those notes. But if it's a country that it's legal for us to sell it, we do. And Veronica's right. We do have some coins, mostly silver bullion. I think silver and
we have gold as well.
buy, but we highly encourage you to because we have a great collection of banknotes and coins.
The idea for us doing these live streams, guys, is of course we want to inform everybody and educate them about fakes and educate them about our love for banknotes and hopefully connect with collectors who love banknotes as well. But obviously, we also really would like to engage with our customers and have a more personal feel. So, yes, of course, you don't need to necessarily be a customer here to watch us.
Sure.
But we hope that it triggers your interest in wanting to buy, wanting to do business with Banknote World.
I see the question about zigs. I'm about to show you them right now. They ask us if we have zigs. Of course, of course we do.
We do have the new zigs.
Okay,
Yes.
here's the 20 if you want to show that
Sure.
one. I'm trying to get the 10.
So these are the newest notes from Zimbabwe.
Yes, we actually did one of our first giveaways with these live streams was the Zigs banknotes, Zimbabwean gold new banknotes that they issued this year or last year? This year, 2024.
Mhm.
So yeah, we do have, and again, a huge collection. If you're looking for a specific note, the best bet for you would be go to bankworld.com website, and don't forget to use 15% code LIFE10. And there was a question: what is the next giveaway? Today, as you see, 3 giveaways. We already did 1. And if you're watching from YouTube, if you're watching from TikTok, you're all welcome to participate in the giveaway. So the next question for giveaway is. We're talking about the Zimbabwean notes, right? We talked about agro check, but we didn't talk about Trillion series. So, if you are truly collector and you watched our collector channels, you should know what is the highest denomination of the Zimbabwean dollar that was ever been in circulation. That has here's my grammar.
What is the largest denomination from Zimbabwe that has ever been in circulation? That's the question. So, what is the largest Zimbabwe banknote that has ever been in circulation? So, this one should be pretty easy for a lot of our customers, I think.
Yes. Okay. I already see some answers. Thank you guys for being so active. And
should we get back to this?
Yeah, we're gonna get back to the fake versus real. Just a little reminder: we're not announcing winners in the live stream. We're reaching out to them afterwards because we have a moderator who watches the chat, both YouTube and TikTok, and we're reaching out to the winners after the live stream is over. So let's go ahead and discuss some.
So in terms of what we were just talking about, I just want to reiterate those 2 main things with the real one versus the fake in terms of missing the dollar's word. You can see it's missing that. It's missing the expiration date from the China, and it's also missing the vertical text there on the obverse, on the front side obverse of the banknote. Now, the other thing that's kind of interesting, you probably can't see it here, but in the real one, there's a watermark. There's a bird in there, and maybe you could show them on the Chinese one.
I will show you.
There is no bird watermark. It's actually a flower kind of watermark, which obviously is a sure sign as well. If you use a phone, as Veronica's about to do, you can see. Let's see.
YouTube.
No, it's not.
Because
Really.
That's one of those features you see better when it's a little bit darker.
It's true. Yeah, Craig is right. It's kind of a feature that you need, and if you watch our video, you'll be able to see it. But on the fake China note, it has a flower. On the real Zimbabwe note, there's a bird watermark in the background.
Here you go. I think you can
just you can kind of see the flower there on the bottom. Oh yeah, you can see it definitely. So look at the top, guys. The top, you can see the can see the bird. On the bottom, you can't see a bird, you just see a flower. And then if you want to do the same with this one, there is no watermark at all on the fake Zimbabwe, which
there's also a lettering watermark right above the images you were talking about as well.
Yeah.
That says RBZ.
Yeah.
Where?
You'll have to see it on the real one. It's right above to the left of the images William was just discussing. There you go.
These RBC and the thread.
No. It's in that. It's next to the 100. The other way. There you go. Right there.
Yeah.
Wait, the security thread?
No. On the other side, right above the giraffe, there's a watermark that says RBZ.
I don't know. On the other side.
The thing with the really evident watermark, I think, is the bird and the flower, and then on the fake Zimbabwe, there is no watermark. So, kind of a good thing to kind of look for there, guys, is just whether or not you see a bird in the background with the light, or you see a flower, or you don't see anything at all in that white empty space. Um, so, the other thing we want to talk about outside of the watermarks, we talked about the vertical text. We talked about the missing dollar. On the reverse side, both of these notes, take a look at this, guys. So on the top this is the real one. This is the China fake, and this is the Zimbabwe fake. So the Zimbabwe fake does have the text here when you look at vertically. The Chinese one does not, and the real one obviously does too. That RDZ that Craig was talking about earlier that Veronica couldn't quite find. It's actually, if you look at the front of the note, it's literally, you see it right there. It's kind of by the beak of the bird. So if you look at it in a light and you see the bird, look for the beak of the bird, and you'll see that RDZ, which my colleague Craig was talking about.
Right
You see it,
Right
there we go. You got it. You had it there.
Yep. Yeah, I was trying to.
Okay. So, I mean, I think these are pretty obvious differences between the real and the fake. We talked about the font for the serial number. The font is kind of funky. Did you want to do the next giveaway?
Yeah, let's go ahead. So that's a pretty easy one. Guys, you're listening. It's the third giveaway for our third tab banknote. Okay, there's more questions in the comments. We're gonna get back to them in a bit. The third giveaway question is, what is the highest denomination of the banknote from the Zimbabwean agro check series? And that's been up to your face all throughout the whole live stream. What is the highest denomination from the agro check series? I also wanted to, there are some answers already. Just make sure you put the right amount of zeros there because it is important. And I also wanted to mention, we kind of didn't really talk about it, but the designs, like the designs of the agro check, you can notice all of them. They're not quite like colorful. They don't have much images on them. The reason is because they were initially issued to use within the agricultural sector, right? So they weren't initially issued for the public use, and that's why they don't have. They do have usually like only one color on the whole banknote, but that's because it was a hyperinflation times, and that's why those notes are very valuable on the collector's market. And I also had a question about if those are circulated or uncirculated for the giveaways. Or I lost the question. Oh, okay, I've given banknotes uncirculated. So these ones that we have for today's live stream, they are circulated. They're in finest condition. They're tapped, meaning that they went through our specialists and they checked all the security features that we've been talking about today. Yeah, so these are circulated, the ones that we have on the table, the ones that are given out today.
And what Veronica was talking about, the design of the note kind of being, I guess you could say, maybe a little basic, one kind of color scheme. That's correct. Agro is short for agricultural. And Craig, chime in here anytime you want when I talk about this. Agricultural meaning for farm use, okay? Mm-hmm. So these were on farms in Zimbabwe. Some of our customers, I know my customers, some of you guys have talked about the particular smell of the banknotes, right? I mean, some of them were on a farm. So especially you're buying circulated notes. So that's part of the, I guess, part of the charm of the note is that it was on a farm. And a lot of these are basic because they were printed for farmers. Craig, do you have anything you want to add to that?
They were printed so rapidly because of the hyperinflation in Zimbabwe. I think it was a new note every 2 weeks during the height of their inflation. So, I mean, it was just pump them out, pump them out, pump them out.
Right.
Yeah, it's a great point. It's a great point that they were going through such extreme hyperinflation that you just had this like we were talking about, a 5 billion agro, 25 billion agro, then a 50 billion agro, then 100 billion agro. So there was a lot of stuff going on with that.
I mean, I personally like the 5 billion aggro the
Mhm.
best. Just I like the note personally.
You like the 5 billion? You said.
Yeah, I don't sell too many of them, but I really like that note.
I like it too, actually. I mean, I don't sell. That's probably the one that I sell the
And
least
it's the
amount of.
design on the back that does it for me.
Yeah. Okay. I like that too. Yeah. It is a nice. I guess I think just because I sell so many of the 50s, I like the 50. But yeah, that's what's kind of neat about it is everybody kind of likes their own style of it, and you can collect in any denomination, the denomination you want. We're talking about the 50, the 5, the 25, and then the 100. They're all from the same series, guys. They're all from 2008. They're all issued, as Craig was saying, around the same time. So, however you want to get aggro checks, you can get them in any denomination like that, whatever
And
one you like the
the
best.
There's an
fives, they're
interesting
relatively
question.
inexpensive. I think they're like 99 cents, and the more you buy, the cheaper they
I
get. So
know.
you can turn around and get a full 1,000 notes for like, I don't know, ballparking here, probably around 600 to 700, which is pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that is
So
pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. Somebody asked, do you think we're heading for Zimbabwe type inflation? I hope not. I hope not. That's not the case.
I don't.
Um,
Um, you know what's this?
Do you have the standard chartered and cargo check from Zimbabwe? You know what? So you're asking a question about some other Zimbabwe kind of checks, and it's funny that you do that because we did want to talk about another option. And I know Craig, my colleague who's watching here with us, he's a big fan of this particular note. It's called the bearer check. So you have
I
the
like the
agro
barrel checks.
notes. Yep, we have the agro checks, and then there are also bearer checks, which aren't necessarily as popular as the agro checks right now, at least. But they are something that was also issued from Zimbabwe, and they are smaller denominations. Craig, is there anyone? Go ahead and show this. This is a 1 million,
The highest
5 million,
denominated
10
bearer
million,
check is
25.
the
Here we go, $500 million.
Yep, that's the highest denominated one, and
So
they're
you have
still
a five
relatively
hundred
inexpensive.
million dollar, and I mean, I think that's the biggest bearer check that they make. But there are other ones that are pretty high denomination. You have a 1 million, which I guess probably people like notes that say 1 million on it. So that's kind of a cool one.
You
You
can put
also have
together a nice collection of notes that have 1 million on them. The Venezuela, the bearer
yeah, you
checks,
could
the
actually if you
Turkish
wanted to.
lira, the
Mhm.
Yugoslavia 1 million. That's a pretty
Yep.
nice looking collection there.
Yeah, you could do a whole collection, a 1 million banknote collection. That'd be kind of neat, actually. So, but yeah, so this bearer check is also from Zimbabwe. Craig, anything you want to talk about bearer checks to our customers?
No, I mean they're just a popular note for me. I sell a whole lot of those. I think it's more or less because of the wording on the note, "Pay to the bearer of." Um, because it's just I think those were government bonds, correct? You
I
know,
don't know about that. I do know that the notes, the bearer checks and the agro checks are all demonetized at this point.
yeah,
So it may say that pay to the bearer or whatever, but it is demonetized.
it's just part of the history of Zimbabwe. So if you're gonna have some and you're collecting it, I mean, you might as well get all three of the different types of notes to complete
Yeah.
that collection.
Yeah, you could get all the Trillion series, you could get the Agro series, you could get the Barachek series. So yeah, those are the three main, and then now the Zigs too, I guess. So those are the four kind of Zimbabwe series that we sell the most of.
So there are a couple more questions related
I
to
think I covered
Zimbabwe.
everything on the
Yeah.
agro. There is one last thing I just want to mention on the counterfeit agro notes, and that's that we don't have a UV fluorescent light here to show you while we're doing this. I mean, it's more of a setup. But if you do watch the video, you'll see in the video the Chinese fake has these crazy fluorescent animals in the field.
design, which looks like more as a comic, like cartoonish.
It seems it's kind of it's creative,
Yeah,
but it is
definitely.
definitely pretty obviously not real. And so look for that if you put your note under a UV light and you see this collection of animals that are popping up in the UV, it's not real.
Yeah, just make sure you watch the video because it really explains in
Yes.
details. Here we wouldn't be able to show the UV because of how much light we have going on in the studio, but on the video it shows everything in
The
detail.
real ones just have the specs, which we've talked about. You know,
Yeah,
the land
express.
specs.
Yes.
That's there's no giraffe or hippo or something in the field
Yeah.
when you're looking at it under a UV light on the real one.
We got a question. Did the Zimbabwean government print these notes or outsource them due to inflation?
Yeah, so
guess there
these
was
notes were printed from the Central Bank of Zimbabwe. Yes.
domestically. Do you guys sell government bonds?
No, no, we do not.
You
Okay.
know, we do have the gas bonds and stuff like that.
Oh, the
If you
older
get into
ones?
the
Is that what you mean?
Zimbabwe during that, there are gas bonds and a few others that I know we have in stock.
You could search for bond on there, but I get the impression he's asking for the new bonds, not sell I don't know. He just said do you sell government bonds. You can find whatever kind of banknote that you're looking for or bond like that. If you type it in the search field, you'd be able to find which ones we do have.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time for us to wrap up. Thank you again, everyone who joined on TikTok. Thank you for everyone who joined on YouTube. We tried out the YouTube today with Craig joining us. And let us know which one you like better.
Yeah, please.
And next week, it's going to be our 5th week of live streaming. On Monday, we're going to have Canadian dollar. On Tuesday, we're going to have USSR. You've been asking for USSR banknotes and Russian banknotes on Tuesday. We're going to cover Queen Elizabeth. I actually seen one of the comments you guys talked about Queen Elizabeth on the banknotes a little bit today in the chat. We do Queen Elizabeth on Wednesday, and Thursday is going to be our Halloween day, Halloween topic, and something interesting we're preparing for you. So stay tuned. Yeah, make sure you follow us. And thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Big KBGC, for covering everything in the comments about the topics. That's very helpful. Yes, Monday's topic, Canada's banknotes. Can we do a session on banknote printers or mints like Delarue? That's
Yeah,
great.
that would be a good topic,
That's
actually.
a great topic to
Yeah,
cover.
that would be a really nice one.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for joining.
Thanks, guys.
Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Craig. It was nice seeing you today, online at least. Thank
Sorry,
you.
I'm not there. You know,
Yeah, it's
but I
okay.
did give you guys a nice little fall view, little festive
Yeah,
view.
very pretty.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye bye.